Hey man, it's me, Kevin Smith, Silent Bob, and all those terrible Jay and Silent Bob type pictures, man. You're listening to Drop the Mic, the only podcast that I listen to that I'm not a part of. Every podcast I listen to, I usually talk on it, but not fucking Drop the Mic. That's where I'm like, let me hear what the boys have to say. And now, we drop the mic.
Coming soon from Warner Brothers Pictures. When you're in trouble, when there's nowhere to turn, you can always call on the nice guys. Starring Russell Crowe, Ryan Gosling, and introducing Kim Basinger as Judith Kuttner.
Before we go solving the crime of the century, let's deal with the rotting corpse. I've got a plan. Run.
Trouble has a way of finding them. And that's just how they like it. The Nice Guys. Coming to a multiplex near you.
Welcome back to our humble San Diego podcast. We're your hosts, Wesley Swanson and Ryan Jimenez, and this is episode 341, You Will Be Happy, where we will be discussing 2016's The Nice Guys. But first, here's a few of our warm-up segments, starting with news. What do you got for us, Ryan?
And now for a special news report. Brought to you by Drop the Mic.
A24 kind of made it official, and they're partnering with Hideo Kojima, and they're adapting his award-winning video game Death Stranding for the big screen. Kind of big.
Exciting stuff. I don't know how they're going to pull that off.
I know, man. It's so like it's. I haven't played it, but from everything I read and everything you've told me, and like all the YouTube videos I've watched on it, like it looks like it's like a massive fucking game. So I wonder if they're just gonna pour like a shit ton of money into it, you know, make it like super epic.
Yeah. They would have to, with the technology and everything that goes into it. But it's going to be definitely interesting to see how they pull that one off.
I don't know if you've seen, but he's been like Kojima. I think he was like hanging out with Guillermo at his house here in LA, I think like a couple days ago. And then he hung out with Trent Reznor and fucking Atticus, and like I saw a tweet was like, he's for real like me because he couldn't just hang out. He had to get something signed, and he got the fucking Social Network soundtrack on vinyl signed by both of them. They're probably talking business, and he whips out the record.
By the way, big fan, guys.
Moving forward, Christopher Abbott has replaced Ryan Gosling in The Wolfman with Lee Winnell set to direct. It'll hit theaters October 25th.
Some more exciting stuff. I'm a big fan of Upgrade and The Invisible Man. So can't wait to see what happens with this next.
Dude, if you haven't seen Upgrade, what are you doing with your life? Pause this episode and go watch Upgrade.
Yes. Make it the next movie you watch. If you don't know what we're talking about, do yourself a favor and pick that up, because it is mind-boggling.
Yeah, go into it blind. Don't just from here go and get it and watch it.
Was it Logan Marshall Green?
Yeah.
Or the American Tom Hardy, as I like to call him.
So it looks like Benny Safdie is set to make his solo directing debut with Dwayne Johnson as MMA fighter Mark Kerr for A24. I think this also kind of goes with the news that the Safdie brothers are kind of splitting up, right?
It seems like they're pulling a Coen brothers, right?
Which is cool. Like, I'm sure they'll still both put out good ass movies. Hopefully they can somewhere down the line get back together. But I'm excited for this to kind of see if The Rock has the acting chops. and excited for Benny to kind of go on his own.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll be good, especially now. Speaking on this, having seen Iron Claw, we need more biopics like this, and I hope that they tackle it from a very kind of serious, grounded standpoint. I know last time you were asking me if I thought that The Rock resembled this fighter. Yeah, I mean they look similar, beefy kind of dudes. And the fighter that this is based on he's had a kind of tragic ups and downs, so it'll be interesting to see how they adapt this and how it stacks up against Gyllenhaal's Roadhouse, which is also going to have an MMA, I guess, some kind of relevance there.
I know we love Gyllenhaal, but I know you did not just compare the Amazon exclusive Roadhouse to a Benny Safdie A24 MMA movie.
I had no idea that was going to be Prime. I just found out that that new Roadhouse reboot is an Amazon exclusive. I wonder why that is.
I don't know, dude. I was reading that Gyllenhaal was pissed. Like, he was trying to get it pushed for the big screen, but it didn't work out that way. Kind of crazy. On some more Terrifier news, Terrifier 3 starts filming next month in February, and Damien Leone has stated that he has a new horror movie in the works with Sam Raimi's production company, which is kind of crazy.
Do we know what it's going to be?
I don't know. I haven't read anything other than that. I think he's kind of keeping it under wraps, especially because Terrifier 3 hasn't even started filming yet. So hopefully we find out soon. But that's kind of crazy, dude. It's good for him and good for us. But I feel like we've been talking about Terrifier 3 for like fucking a year already. It hasn't even started production.
That's just good PR,
I know.
Keeping the momentum up. People don't forget about it. People are,
especially with all those people on social media saying that they were going to boycott the movie if he kills kids in it.
Or you could just not watch it.
Yeah, I hope he kills fucking all types of people in that movie. And that's all I got for my news this week.
All right. The only thing that you didn't hit on that I have is the new Ocean's film script is, I guess, complete with supposedly the original cast set to return. And then, I think we are also getting that prequel with Gosling and Margot Robbie as well. So looks like this franchise is coming back full swing.
Yeah, dude. I can't wait. Those Ocean movies. I think I enjoy all of them. They're just good movies to like go to the theaters and like kick back for an hour and 45 minutes and laugh. Watch Brad Pitt eat something for the entire movie. It's kind of sucks that we're not going to see fucking Bernie Mac, right?
Yeah, R.I.P.
Hopefully, yeah, dude. Hopefully they don't. I mean, I'm sure they're gonna like write him off somehow, but hopefully they get someone to replace that comedic stuff because he was fucking great in those. So Matt Damon's coming back too?
That's what I was told, or that's what I read.
Wild.
Yeah.
Speaking of Margot Robbie, did you see how she said that she was going to take a break from acting for a bit because she thinks everybody's tired of seeing her face because of Barbie?
If she wasn't already rich, she's very rich. So I mean, she can do whatever she wants. She could never work ever again. At this point,
true. And if she's going to make us wait to see her again, and until we see her again is with our baby boy Ryan Gosling, then that's A-okay to me.
Another thing that I have to ask you, do you have any thoughts on Robbie coming back as Harley Quinn? Is that something that you would be on board with?
I think that she's like the only person that could play her, right? Because she's so fucking good at it.
Yeah.
Like, I think it's one of those roles that they'll just keep on giving, like offering it to her until she doesn't want to do it anymore. You know, she's so fucking good in as that character and in those movies that she's done. And if you don't like Birds of Prey, you can kick rocks because that movie fucking slaps.
Yeah, I didn't understand why it didn't make the money. It was so deserving, you know. And I get it that it's R, and that's always a big risk. And you got, you know, all female leads, but that movie is so goddamn good, and she's commits and is, I think, way better than in the original Suicide Squad movie. She's given more to do. Everything, the art direction, everything is so great.
Yeah, it's 3 times now she's played her.
Yes, because you got James, you got Guns, Suicide Squad, and then Birds of Prey. The reason why I ask you though is because I read something that James Gunn has been, I guess, asking Margot Robbie to come back as Harley Quinn, but then I read from another source that Margot was asked if she would want to return, and that she would said no, and that she wants to pass the torch on to somebody else who would want to helm that role. So I just was curious on your take. You know, we haven't seen what Gaga does yet, even though I know you're not.
Like I said, dude, I think that's something that is going to be hers until she doesn't want to do it anymore. And if she doesn't want to do it anymore, I guess they're going to have to go different route. I think Gaga's interpretation of that character is going to be very different, and I think that movie is going to be very different from what people are expecting, especially it being a musical. I don't really fuck with musicals like that. I'm not the biggest fan, but for Gaga, I'm definitely going to go see it. This is going to be a little side note, but dude, I was thinking about like the when they cast the new Batman, because I think they're doing the story they're doing is like an older for that universe, for James Gunn, DC universe. I think I mentioned it before, but I'm gonna throw his hat in there again, and this is me starting my Josh Hartnett for older Batman campaign.
Yeah, I mean, he's been making a comeback in the last couple years. Most recently, he's in Hartnett's in Oppenheimer. He's fucking amazing. So if he could come around and finally be Batman after, you know, trying out with Nolan all those years ago, that would be pretty epic.
Something about him and that suit with the glasses and the hair, rolled up sleeves.
He's got it.
Mwah. He does. He got it. He got that. I think he'd be a good ass older Bruce Wayne too.
And kind of think more of a thinking out of the box, especially like thinking of who we have as Batman now, Robert Pattinson. I think Hartnett would be the logical next step in another, you know, in the DCEU. But I think that's all for news, unless you have any other side notes, sir.
One side note, I saw something cool today. Scorsese was like at this like dinner or like luncheon or like award something, and he was like talking about how he thinks he might have one more left in him with Daniel Day-Lewis.
Oh, okay.
What are your thoughts on that?
I mean, look at all the bangers that Daniel Day-Lewis has done with Paul Thomas Anderson. I know he's also in Gangs of New York. Great performance. Anything Daniel Day-Lewis does, I'm in. Doesn't matter if he's on the toilet. He'll make it compelling.
Do you think he's still like, do you think he's like the greatest living? Where would you put him? I want like, would he be it right now? Still, even though he hasn't acted?
Oh, well, because he retired, right? After
yeah.
You know, yeah, I think he's worthy of being on the Mount Rushmore.
Yeah, dude. Dude. There will be blood, man. Nothing tops that, man. I think
And
One of my
the fact that he's been around for so long. I mean, think about Last of the Mohicans, dude.
Last of the fucking Mohicans. I don't remember when I watched that, and I think it was like middle school and high school. They made us watch it. I remember watching him, and I'm like, man, this is tight as fuck.
Isn't that Michael Mann?
It is Michael Mann.
Boom! There we go. If that actually comes to fruition, you know, I had read something similar from Scorsese about him saying he has maybe one or two left in the tank because he's old, which is sad, you know, but when I feel like he's another one similar to Tarantino that can probably change his mind, and hopefully if he does retire from film, he does some other medium, you know, shows or guest spots or something, because
or the big pufferfish and shark tail.
Yeah.
The fucking eyebrows.
And now it's time for the weekly recommendations.
Just a couple. I finally had the courage to watch Fast X. It's on Peacock if you want to watch it. But if you do watch it, just watch it for Jason Momoa, because he is fucking awesome in it. That's probably one of my favorite performances of the year, just because he's so fucking batshit crazy in it.
People that know me know that I don't care about this franchise, but I want to know from your perspective, of somebody who's seen all of them, would you say this is the worst? Are they getting progressively worse?
Yeah, man, this is the worst. I didn't think they could, like, if you're gonna be bad, be sending Ludacris and Tyrese to space bad, right? Like, that was bad, but it was in a good way, if that makes sense. This movie is just fucking bad. There's so much shit in it that's like, it doesn't need. They keep on bringing these fucking characters back that need to stay dead or need to stay away. I get that they want that money and they want to put it on the movie poster that fucking Charlize Theron is still showing up and everyone else, but it's bad, dude. And you know me, man. I dig these movies. I think they're cool, but I didn't even go. This is the only one I didn't see in the theaters. I've seen them all, like, up to the first one. Fucking, I skipped school to go see Tokyo Drift. This one, yeah, dude, this one is ass. Except for Jason Momoa. Jason Momoa is fucking, he rocks in it. And I need you to watch it just for Jason. Obviously, Alan Wake 2. I know you're playing it. I'm playing it. I know we're taking a little mental break right now because it's a lot. But it's good, dude. I can't. I know I've shouted it from the rooftops on social media, but man, is it definitely probably top 5 types of media to come out last year for me, and definitely game of the year. Definitely the best survival horror game in the last decade.
And legitimately scary.
Yeah, dude, it is really scary.
It's tense, it's gripping, it's definitely like when we talk about cinematic video games, this is one of them. It's a
sure.
milestone in gaming history, for sure.
Yes.
Should have been game of the year, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But that's okay.
Should have.
All right. I just have one. I wanted to give a shout out to Equalizer 3. I bought it digitally before it hit Netflix. You can now watch it on Netflix if you subscribe to them still. Great final outing for Denzel Washington. This story takes place in Italy. He's kind of hiding, so to speak, and some stuff goes down. It's a great cast, great choreography, as Antoine Fuqua, the director, always puts on a show, and this one is no different. I dug this more than part 2, to be honest. I had a lot of fun with it, and Denzel is always a spectacle to behold.
Yeah, definitely. I didn't know it was on Netflix now.
Yeah, it is.
Go check it out.
And that's my one and only for this week. Are you ready to move into our movie focus?
I am ready. Let's get it.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And now for the movie focus of the week.
All right, so this week we're talking about The Nice Guys. As I said at the top of the show, it's rated R. It's from 2016. It's an action comedy. It runs at 1 hour and 56 minutes, and it's got a well-deserved 91 on Rotten. It was written by Anthony Bagarazzi and Shane Black, directed by the great Shane Black, starring Russell Crowe, Ryan Gosling, Matt Bomer, Angourie Rice, Keith David, Kim Basinger, and Margaret Qualley. The film uses 1977 Los Angeles as its backdrop, following two private investigators, Jackson Healy and Holland March, who get in over their heads while looking into a case about a missing young girl. So, before we talk about the film, let's talk a little bit about the film's director, Mr. Shane Black. The writer-director is currently 62 years old and has a handful of great movies and screenplays under his belt. These movies include the original Lethal Weapon, Monster Squad, The Last Boy Scout, Last Action Hero, The Long Kiss Goodnight, and, of course, Iron Man 3. Shane took a break after Long Kiss Goodnight in 1996 and would return with Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, but this time in the director's chair. Although the film was a critical success, it wasn't given a wide release and ultimately flopped in 2005. He was then greenlit to write and direct 2013's Iron Man 3, which is ranked as the 15th highest grossing film ever worldwide. This leads us to The Nice Guys, our movie focus of the week, which was originally conceived by Black and his co-writer Anthony Bagarazzi in 2001 as a modern-day detective series, but ultimately never was able to get off the ground. In 2009, Bagarazzi pitched the idea to make the concept a period piece set in the late 70s, which Black and producer Joel Silver would get on board with. After Iron Man 3 would wrap, Joel Silver asked what Shane would want to do next, and the concept of The Nice Guys resurfaced. The film's script was sent to Russell Crowe and Gosling, and after both accepting, the film was eventually greenlit. The Nice Guys was released on May 20th, 2016 and grossed $62.8 million against its $50 million budget. The film is somewhat of a play on the buddy detective films we've seen before, but what makes this stand out is Shane Black's ability to subvert our expectations and give us new ideas visually. The pulpy, noir, sidewinder story is sure to have us come back for multiple visits. The music pops, and the recreation of late 70s LA is beautiful and hugely impressive unto itself. But perhaps the biggest thing that makes this story flow is the chemistry of both Gosling and Crowe together. The nonstop witty banter is downright hilarious, and although the film is pretty grounded in its narrative, the absurd situations these two find themselves in is sure to put a smile on anyone's face. 4 out of 5 brass knucks. Thank you. All right, man. Care to share your experience with this film and what it means to you?
Yeah, I love this film. I think it is one of my favorite Shane Black films. I think dude, there's something about Kiss Kiss Bang Bang that I love. I would you could probably swap these out for me, depending how I feel. 1 and 2 of his. But yeah, man, I love everything about it. I love, just like you said in your write-up, the portrayal of 1970s LA is one of my favorites. I know it's been done a lot, but Shane really gets the point across on how it was in LA in the 70s. And then just with Gosling and Crowe, dude, they have such good fucking chemistry. Probably some of the best, buddy cop chemistry on screen. That's saying a lot for Shane Black, coming from Lethal Weapon, and then just how great is fucking Angourie Rice too. It's like, how old is she supposed to be in this?
She's gotta be
18, right?
Yeah.
And it's like she's like a full-grown adult, and the way she acts her ass off, you totally you can totally you feel like she's Ryan Gosling's daughter in it. But yeah, man, just love everything about this fucking film. You can put it on any time of day, whether any type of mood you're in, and it fucking, you always get a laugh out of it.
I couldn't agree more. This one's interesting because these type of movies aren't really made nowadays. They're more few and far between. So having this come out and was 2016 was already a big swing, and for two like kind of giant superstars to take something on like this is already impressive, and then they just murdered it. And especially looking at Russell Crowe, up until this point, he really hasn't done anything like super comedic like this, and for him to have the chops that he has so effortlessly, I feel like he's funny, and it seems like, at least on screen, that he's not trying to be funny. He just graceful, which I love. You know, he's a powerhouse dude, and it was nice to see him do something not only out of the box, but just taking on a role, because we hadn't seen him for a few years. You know, up until this, I think he hadn't done much. So that was cool. And then of course everybody knows that I love Gosling, and he seems like a naturally funny guy, but his chops in this really drives it home that he's got so much range for what he can do as an actor. And I feel like people question him a lot, and I think that this is one of his best performances, and it's a shame that this movie seems like it doesn't get the credit that it deserves with at least how do you say, moviegoers. Critics loved it, I know.
Yeah,
but I don't think a lot of people know about it or have seen it, and I think everybody should definitely seek this one out. It's a great kind of period piece. You know, we got Matt Bomer as a crazy assassin heel in this, and although he doesn't have a ton of screen time, when he does, he's very commanding and fun, and makes the movie feel dangerous, and you don't know what it feels like. Anybody could be killed in this, and that's what I loved about Shane Black's direction, is that he's able to kind of sideswipe his own how do you say, his own tropes that he's kind of come up with, like in Lethal Weapon. You know, he's great at kind of dancing around them and giving us something new. And a big example of that is in one of the shootouts when Matt Bomer's character shows up for the first time, and there's that big kind of showdown in Holland's house. Holland runs into to help Jackson and throw him a gun while they're being fired on from the outside, and he accidentally throws the gun out the window, you know, and then it's like, okay, so what are they going to do now? And this movie is full of little details like that, where your central characters are making these kind of big mistakes because they're flawed, and that kind of leads you to be interested on where they're going to be at the end of the movie. And I feel like both of our leads, both Jackson and Holland, have great character arcs where they start out in a certain way, kind of down on their luck, and then they're able to change their outlook on life, you know, where Jackson is Jackson character is not above killing someone, and Holland's daughter, who is played by Angourie Rice, I think her name is Holly. She's kind of like guides him in a pretty interesting way of like showing like, you're better than this, like you don't have to do this. And he ends up sparing, by the end of the movie, he spares like the big bad's life, you know, all because of Holland's daughter Holly, like telling him, you know, you don't have to do this, and he actually takes that into consideration. And so he learned something in the story. And then going back to Holland, I feel like he is suffering from alcoholism and is kind of like a scumbag in a way that he's not above taking advantage of old ladies and taking these cases that he knows are bullshit, but he wants the money and is just playing people for fools. And then he gets in over his head, and it kind of changes him. And I feel like you see that in the final conclusion, is that he is capable of being a good person. So when we get to the end of the film and they both survive and they create this new business together, they combine their sources, because we have Holland is like kind of like the brain, and then Jackson is more like the brute, the enforcer, I guess. So it makes sense that they would run a business together.
And God damn it, we need a fucking sequel. See how their business is doing.
That would be awesome to to have it be set in like maybe the early 80s and see like the change in wardrobe and what shenanigans they're getting themselves into now.
I think 80s or 90s would be fucking great. But yeah, 80s would be good. I think Angourie Rice is that age now where she would be in her mid-20s or early 20s. But yeah, man, I think more this movie. I swear, dude, every week, every couple months, I see a tweet or something on Instagram saying that, this is the movie that people like. We need a fucking sequel to. And it was funny because I just saw a tweet online, maybe like a week ago, saying that it was like this person's first time watching The Nice Guys, and they had heard, now they'd gone into it like kind of blind, and they kind of quote tweeted their tweet, and they said like where has this movie been all my life? And I think we all felt like that the first time we saw it. I think it says too a lot about Shane Black going from making Iron Man 3, and like you said, it might not seem, especially now when like these movies are making billions of dollars, but for him to have made a Marvel movie that is the 15th highest grossing movie of all time is fucking insane. And from him to go from that to this is like bonkers, dude. And it just shows how good of a fucking writer director he is, and how I think Shane Black is just one of those types of filmmakers that is like severely underrated.
Yeah, and I feel like he kind of takes his time in between projects, and that's why he has like only a few movies under his belt, and I feel like he's very, how do you say, a divisive writer director for people, it seems.
Yeah, Iron Man 3 is considered like one of the everyone's least favorite Marvel movies, along with the second Iron Man. But it's definitely the most different, and it definitely stands out, and that's why I liked it.
Other than maybe 2018's The Predator, I feel like all of his stuff is pretty legit.
Did you get to see that in the theaters? Did you go watch it?
No,
No?
I wanted to. I don't know why. I didn't. Did you?
Just like, I remember going into that and like, man, fucking Shane Black, like he's been on a roll. I dug Iron Man 3, fucking The Nice Guys, and then that, and I'm like, God damn it, dude. And then going back to Gosling, what a 2-year span he had with La La Land and this, and then 2017 we get Blade Runner.
And then First Man as well, right?
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Isn't Angourie Rice she's the main character in the new Mean Girls?
I didn't know that.
Yeah, she plays Lindsay Lohan's name in that. I forgot her character's name. Yeah, but yeah, she plays the main character in that.
Interesting. All right, that's cool. She's still working.
It's cool, but do we really need a musical like that, dude? Come on.
Yeah, I was very confused when I saw that trailer. When I went to see, I think maybe Priscilla or something, and I was like, "What? They're redoing Mean Girls?" And it was like literally the same exact dialogue, and they don't really tell you that it's a musical in the theater, or in the trailer. You like, so I thought it was just a reimagining of Mean Girls, and then Tina Fey's in it, and I'm just like, all right. I get that the original Mean Girls is what, like 20 something years old now, but I think it still is I don't know. That's a perfect movie, and I don't know.
It's fucking good, dude. It's underrated. It has some great one-liners, and for them to just kind of, I just don't get the whole like reboot that way. It's just weird.
So what I think it is, and they did this with The Color Purple as well. That's a musical. Is that they're taking like these big Broadway productions that have done well for themselves and adapting them into a movie format. And yeah, I think that there's an argument there that do we really need this? And
yeah,
I guess we'll see when the numbers come out if people. People are into it. But I do agree with you, though. I am not a musical person.
I think like the only musical, I mean, obviously like Aladdin is like my favorite Disney movie, and that's probably one of my favorite movies of all time. So shit like that, yeah, like maybe like Willy Wonka, the OG Willy Wonka. But other than that, man, like my cousins, like they like tormented me with fucking Grease. So that's like one of the reasons why I can't stand that shit. Like to where we would be all in the car and like they would be fucking blasting that shit. It was the worst.
That's funny. We have a similar torment with that because I was my friends basically made me do the Grease play in middle school. So I had to.
Can we get our hands on that videotape? And who did you play?
Sonny, I think.
Oh.
I might have the footage at my grandparents' house. On the.
We need to get that footage, bro.
Yeah.
We need to get it digitally remastered in 4K.
But yeah, so I've always had a gripe with Grease since then. I'm like, yeah, I not really into this movie. I see it's I understand its cultural significance and whatever, and all the actors and everything, but I'm just like, I'd rather watch something else.
Yeah.
The Nice Guys rules. And I really, really hope that they get to do another one.
Especially because how like big Gosling has gotten even bigger now, especially because of Barbie. And then did you see those rumors about like him? There's rumors about him like maybe kind of talking to Marvel.
Yeah, I've read that. Mm-hmm.
I think if they did make it, I think it would be a success because so many people want it, and it's one of those movies that like kind of is like a newish cult classic. I know hasn't even been out in years, but still. And Shane Black has been super quiet too, so hopefully he gives us a little bit of love soon.
Yeah, he's kind of like David Fincher, where they're not always active, and then all of a sudden they're like, oh yeah, I've been doing this. Here's this. And if anything, if Shane Black is scared of the box office, then try doing a miniseries or something. I think that he would be well suited for something like that. Maybe let's get like The Nice Guys that way. It would make sense.
Yeah, dude, that would definitely work. Something like on fucking Max or something.
Yeah, where they take different case, like it's like one case each season or something.
You know what? Fuck it. Give us. We'll write it.
Yeah.
I think I remember you telling me you have the novel.
I do have the novel. Yep, the novel's
Is it a paperback?
It is paperback. Yep.
Man, I need to get that. I always see it online and I always man, I'm gonna get it. And I need to get it. Maybe that's the book this year that I'll get. And I'll read.
Do you have thoughts on? I know that during the research for this film, that some people's problems with it were that it's kind of like a little grimy for things that are happening. I'm assuming they mean like what the daughter is kind of exposed to, but then I feel like that was intentional to show you how it was just a chaotic time to grow up in that era. We have to think about that. It wouldn't be like growing up now, and things were a lot different then with what was going on in the world. But I think a lot of people seemed to have an issue with that. But it's like, yeah, but it's also rated R. For a reason.
Yeah, no, I definitely think that it was done like that for a reason. I think, like we said, it's a great portrayal of 70s and of LA and the 70s, and I think he definitely did that on purpose to show how dirty and grimy it was even for younger kids that age, growing up. I know I have seen things like that, but like you can't take shit like he did it on purpose, obviously. So if you go in watching it and thinking like, oh, like what this is disgusting, or this, what are they doing? I've even seen people talk about how the nudity in the beginning of the movie, with Misty Mountains and the way she dies in the car. It's supposed to be like that. Like that's what it's meant to be. It's supposed to be fucking. One, it's supposed to be dumb as shit, and two, it's supposed to show you how fucking ridiculous the 70s were. And if you haven't seen it, we'll go watch it and you'll know what I'm talking about. But it's not supposed to be serious. Like it's not supposed to be that's supposed to have some think piece on the nudity or the themes in fucking The Nice Guys. It's supposed to be funny and kind of done on purpose.
Yeah. It's like, especially if you're going to be, so that's what this movie is able to do. Cause usually I feel like nowadays when they do buddy cop movies like this, it's PG-13. So then they're limited with what they can do with the violence and language and everything. And this has it all. But then, to redeem Holland's, the character of Holland, who is portrayed by Ryan Gosling, he is trying to protect his daughter the entire time, but she is so smart and is outsmarting him most of the time. She still is able to navigate her way into these dangerous situations and kind of puts herself in peril, but it's not her dad's fault. It's not as if he was like taking her. He didn't take her or be like, hey, come walk around in this porn party with me or anything like that, and that's what everyone seems to kind of overlook, is that the way it's written, it's the Holly is just outsmarting everyone because she's like way, how do you say, smarter than her years. Something that I know about this, I'll throw in a Swan fact, is I believe that Ryan Gosling actually quit smoking because of this movie.
So do you think he was like actually, like, I know a lot of times they use the fakes of it, so do you think he was actually smoking? Like was it just like the fucking over and over again repetition, all the fucking takes, repetition and takes they do?
I think it's probably a little bit of both. I don't know if they were real or herbal cigarettes, but either way, it's not great for you in the first place. And if you're actually paying attention in the movie, I feel like his character is in every single take. He is either smoking or starting to smoke or in the middle of smoking, like he's literally every single frame So imagine all the different takes and having to do that over and over again. I'm assuming he would just probably be done with it.
Over it.
Did you read the big thing about this is and I can't confirm nor deny if this is actually true or not or just hearsay, but supposedly Russell Crowe said yes to this movie because Ryan Gosling had already signed on, so that he wanted to work with him so badly that he was all, fuck yeah, like I don't care what this is, I'm going to do it so I can work with Gosling.
I believe it because it's Gosling. That's awesome if that is the case, especially coming from Crow.
As the seasoned, kind of notoriously, how do you say, angry or mean kind of guy.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, man, but that's pretty fascinating that Gosling has that kind of pull. And also
That's awesome.
for Crow, I don't know how they're gonna logically bring him back, but Crow is supposed to be in Gladiator 2, right?
Yeah, man, I don't know how that's gonna work. What do you think? What would be your guess on how they're gonna bring him back?
I mean, how is it gonna be unless they're doing some kind of de-aging stuff? But how is he gonna look so much older and then have it be? How is it gonna be a prequel? So I'd
Wait,
feel,
it's a prequel?
no, I'm saying how
Oh, okay.
it can't be it doesn't make sense logically that it would be a prequel that they've waited too long,
Yeah.
to bring him back unless they're going to de-age him. But then I thought that he die in Gladiator?
Maybe they do something like that, or they do maybe flashback of before, and they do the de-aging, and then maybe because who does it follow?
I actually the new one, I'm not sure. Then is Denzel in that?
Yeah, Denzel's in it. So maybe I don't know. Maybe they do like a kind of like a like where he sees him like his spirit or something.
They're gonna do the I Am Legend where they're like, no, we're gonna go with the director's cut and where he didn't die.
He didn't die.
That's another thing. That's crazy. I Am Legend 2. Literally, Will Smith was like, I'm confirming we're going with the physical media release ending where my character didn't die.
That has to be one of the first times that's happened, right?
Yeah. I've never heard of that before.
Like, you know what? Fuck the wide release. If you saw the fucking the director's cut on Blu-ray DVD, that's the one we're going with.
What are your thoughts on that? I think that either of those both of the endings are good, but I feel like the story that they were telling is self-contained. If he, because he dies for what he believes in and everything,
That's why I'm like, dude, it was that ending where he dies is great.
Yeah. He saves the kid and the woman, and they now have the antidote to start over or whatever. And do we really need to continue the story? And why did it take so long? Or why couldn't he die and then they do another one?
Telling you, man, it's the 2018 Halloween, man. Everyone saw that doing good. All that did a shit ton of money, and now everyone wants to fucking look at Heat 2.
It's just funny that something like Michael Myers, which has never truly died, is like everybody thinks that they can have that level of success. Like it goes deeper than that, fellas. It does, it doesn't, not that easy. I mean, a great example. Look at how shit on Believer was. Yeah,
and now I know we'll probably that'll come up in our next next news segment next week. But now he's not going to be. David Gordon Green isn't going to be part of that film, the second one, the franchise anymore. And I think I was reading that they might kind of they're either going to look for someone new or kind of just scrap it, dude. But they paid way too much money to scrap that.
I'm telling you, get Mike Flanagan.
Yeah, that would be fucking awesome.
And at least David Gordon Green has the Righteous Gemstones still.
I'm going to stand David Gordon Green till I can't anymore. All these, goddamn, I'm not going to go into it. I'm not going to do it again. I've done it multiple times on multiple episodes, but you guys are a bunch of shitheads for not liking those movies. I'm sorry.
And I'll go.
I'm standing on that.
I'll die on the hill of. I went to see The Exorcist Believer in an advanced screening, and I thought it was good. Like, it wasn't that bad. Definitely not as bad as people are making it out to be.
And two, also, I'll say this too. The same people who shit on Halloween Ends are the same people who fucking love Season of the Witch. Don't tell me I'm wrong, because I'm fucking right. In 20 years, dog, I bet you, dude, we'll be fucking 60 years old, man. I bet you anything, we're gonna be like, remember when fucking Halloween Ends came out and everyone fucking hated it, and now it's like some cult classic? Watch, dude. Mark my fucking word.
Yeah, people are so interesting.
And don't get me, like you said, dude, it's not bad, Believer. Like, I dug it. For what it is, I liked it. It's not like this fucking, everyone's making it out to where like it's like fucking the Meg 2. That's how bad it is. Legit people were saying that, like, it's the worst movie of the year. Like, I saw the Meg 2. Did you? Because it was fucking shit. And that was the worst movie of the year. If anything, go for those. Forgive me for not knowing their names, but the two girls are fucking awesome in it, in Believer, and Leslie Odom is fucking great in it. But go see it for them if anything.
I feel like it closes on a bit of a cliffhanger, and people said like the conclusion was a little messy, whatever. But everything up until then is rad.
Yeah.
And it's like, it makes me wonder, like, did these detractors have they seen the original? Like, do they know how the original plays out? Because this movie, follows a lot of those same beats, and to just shit on it because it's attached to this, juggernaut franchise is it's kind of unfair. Yeah, the Believer wasn't that bad. I guess we're the only ones, but
dude, I feel like I'm insane sometimes watching, like, seeing people talk about that, like the discourse and on it, and like I get it. Like, I know William Friedkin had said, like, he said that, like, after seeing David Gordon Green's work in Halloween, like, if he ever fucking touched The Exorcist, like, he'd come back. There's that quote, I don't know if you've seen it, like, he'll come back from the dead and fucking haunt him or some bullshit. Did you ever see that quote?
No, that's real?
It's a real fucking quote, dog. Like, he did not want him to touch that fucking movie. And I get it, dude. I get it. It's your baby. The greatest horror movie of all time.
Yeah, but what about all those shitty sequels already?
Exactly. You can't tell me that all the shitty sequels after the first one are better than fucking Believer. You can't. It's just like, you can't sit there and tell me, other than 78 and 2, and I like Season of the Witch, so I'll give you Season of the Witch. Other than those three, you can't tell me even Ends is worse than the rest of those fucking Halloween movies.
I think Ends was just played it a little too realistically for people. That's it. Kind of, well, I guess there's still a little bit of a supernatural connection between Michael and Corey, whatever that is. It's never really explained. But I feel like it was, as far as Michael goes, he's hurting from all of the aftermath of what happens in Kills. And I think people wanted that trajectory of Kills still. But if you go back and you listen to David Gordon Green talk about Ends before it came out, he said it's going to be dramatically different from anything you've seen in the past two movies. So the fact that people were so upset and just, you know, narrow-minded, closed-minded, what have you, it's kind of weird to me. Ends is good. Is it the best in the trilogy? No, not at all. But it was good and it was different.
Yeah. No. If anything, it's not like it's something where like you said, it's not. Is it the best in the trilogy? No. But what makes it so fucking good is that it's so fucking different. And as like, you know, as someone who loves art and loves all different types of media, that's all you want in an artist, and especially like a filmmaker or like a musician or a writer, for them to evolve and for them to do things differently than everyone else. And he did something differently. And if you can't get, even if you hate that movie, whatever, even if you hate it, you need to at least understand and give him the props that he did something that no one else wanted to probably do and no one else will ever do. And people didn't like it. Some people did, like us. But at the end of the day, you got to give him the props for doing that. I would mark this down as like the 10th time we've had this fucking discussion.
Yeah, just exaggerating the terribleness of certain movies it's kind of strange, man. It's, you know, I've seen that for both Believer and Ends, that people claiming that's the worst movie they've ever seen in their entire life. I
saw someone say that about Believer, and I was like, huh?
Like,
what?
No, like, no way. Like,
go watch Shazam and tell me if that's not go watch Black Adam and tell me if that's not the worst fucking movie you've seen.
Go watch Steel. Steel.
Yeah, go watch Steel and tell me it's not the worst fucking movie you've seen. Just because something like it didn't hit your expectations doesn't mean it's not a fucking good movie. There are movies that I don't like, but I can agree that they're fucking good, and I can see why people are like them. For instance, a movie that we've been talking about kind of off here. I finally finished Saltburn at work. It took me like 2 times. I don't like it. It's not my cup of tea, but I can see why people like it. I can see what messages it's trying to get across. I can tell you that the acting in it is great. I can tell you that the performances are in it great. I don't like it though. But I'm not going to sit there and tell you that it's the worst fucking movie I've ever seen, because it's not. It's a fucked up movie, and I'm never going to look at fucking a pile of dirt again the same. No, go and fucking watch The Nice Guys if you haven't already. Buy it digitally, buy it physically. Go out to wherever you're at, if you're able to. Go try to find it physically. I found it at Book Off for like $7, brand new, sealed.
Absolutely agree. It is also streaming on Netflix. If you have Netflix and you are not a physical media person, go stream it. It's a lot of fun, and it's a lot of crazy shit happening in the world. And I think that we all just need to laugh a little more and stop taking everything so seriously, or at least have some pockets in our life of fun. And that's why we do this show and talk about pop culture and try to look on the brighter side of life with everything caving in around us slowly.
Yeah. Go find something that makes you happy or gives you a good laugh like this movie I'm sure would. Not to get a little deeper, nothing, but Wes is right. We do this show, especially me, kind of like a release. I get to come on here, even though I talk to Wes 24/7. I wake up and I text him. I go to bed and I text him. We video game together. We everything. But this is a nice little, honestly, like a mental getaway from things. Don't buy into all the bad shit in life because life is too absolutely fucking short. If you're listening to this and you do the same, or you put us on in the background or listen to us at work on your drive home, I'm sure you get it.
I don't think I could have said that better myself.
I do have a question though, Wes.
All right.
Not regarding this film, but do you know what we're doing next week? I think that's what everyone wants to know.
I 100% know what we're doing. And it's a little film called The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, the Fincher version, with Rooney Mara and 007.
What a crazy kind of in between James Bond movie that is for him.
It is, right? Completely out in left field. But I am going to hold my tongue for now and wait to discuss the movie in full with you. You know, we're still in. It's fucking cold. It's winter, and this movie very much encapsulates that throughout it. So I thought it would be a great time to talk about a dark thriller, and you know, Fincher always never misses for the most part.
I never thought of it like that. It is very much the film bros Twilight in that sense.
Yeah. So that's what you got coming up next week. Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. Very exciting stuff. If you're stumbling upon this podcast and you don't know who we are, we go by Drop the Mic. I'm Wesley, that's Ryan. We release new content every single week. We are available on a plethora of platforms, including YouTube, Spotify, Spreaker, Sods, Luminary, you name it. If it plays a podcast, we should be on there. So check us out, subscribe, give us a 5-star rating, little nice review if you got a couple extra seconds. It matters. It helps us stay relevant in the search bar, and we are eternally grateful for all of the support that everybody's given us throughout these years. Been about 6 years now. And I can't wait to keep this going. We have a lot of great stuff planned for the new year. Hopefully we can get some screenings jump started again now that it's a new year. So yeah. Also, thank you, Ryan, for hopping on with me. It's always a blast talking to you. And you're a great co-host.
Well, you know, no, I'm just kidding. No, dude, like I always say, man, it's always a fucking blast to be on this, and I don't take this for granted at all. I love doing it. Like I said, it's a little getaway for me. I'm busy being at work and life stuff and daily things happening and shitty thoughts and world on flame. It's always a good time to come on here and talk about why everyone sucks for not liking Halloween Ends kills.
I like how we always have to sneak that in there. It's funny. Toxic fandom, man. It's a real thing.
It is. And I love how people love the new Scream franchise. And it's literally what it's about. Literally pointing the finger at you. And you don't get the joke.
And we're signing off, saying good fight and good night.
March, Jack Ely. Don't get upset. I'm not here to hurt you. Just want to ask you a question. Hey. No.
How stupid do you think I am? I got a license to carry, motherfucker. Ever since your little visit the other day, this little baby's gonna stay right here. Look away. What?
You know there's a mirror here, right?
Close your eyes. Forget it. You know what? Turn around.
Can I open my eyes?
Yeah, open your eyes. What do you want?
I want you to find Amelia.